So in this video, I want to break down a bit more about the actual business model that I do, because I'll post on Instagram about it, on TikTok about it, I'll even make YouTube videos about it, and people are DMing me and asking me questions about how it actually works, how you can actually get started, and the amount of money you can make, right? And these are all good questions because obviously they see my results, they see I'm signing clients, they see the lifestyle, whatever. So they're asking me questions about it, right? And again, in this video, I want to break down a bit more about how it actually works. And not only that, and why it works as well, so you can get a better understanding. If you're actually looking for more like technical advice on how to actually get started, I've actually made a free 25-minute video on my YouTube channel that you can gonna be able to go see. That pretty much breaks down like the exact steps to get started. So you can go check that out and see for yourself if it's something you'd potentially want to get into. But I do want to talk about more about the model, like I said, and also why it's working so well for me and people who are starting this, right? The first thing you have to realize with this business model, if you don't know what it is, it's called info offer consulting, where you're basically helping people who have skills, who are very good at something, launch their own online course or online program, right? And the first reason why it works so much is the business model in itself. This business model of selling information, of selling digital products and time and everything and coaching is probably the most profitable business model of all time, right? Because think about it, you don't have any employees, you don't have any rent, it's completely online. The actual, when you're delivering, when you sign a client or you get someone to pay in your course or whatever, there's no actual cost for you, right? Like let's say you're running ads, that's obviously a cost, but let's say you're not even running ads, then the actual cost of fulfilling for a client is practically zero, because it's just information and it's maybe a bit of your time. And if let's say you're just doing a course and it's just the information that you're giving access to them, you're just giving them access to a website that doesn't cost you anything. So because of that, the profit margins are like 90 to 95% profit margin, right? Which in the business world is basically never seen before. Think about any kind of other business that you want to think about, especially those who are physical. I mean, forget about having those kind of profit margins, right? They're super, super low. I'll give you an example. Restaurants are usually like what, 10, 15%. Grocery stores like 2%. So when you're getting into a business model that has 90 to 95% profit margins, that's a completely game changer, right? So that's one of the reasons why a lot of people get into this industry, right? And why it works and the interest behind it as well. So that's the first thing. And the second thing of it is because it kind of goes back to the interest thing. All these people who are skilled at something, some of them are starting to realize that whatever they know, their skill or whatever they're good at, could actually be turned into something that makes them a bunch of money, because they're starting to learn about the industry in itself, of selling courses, of selling programs, of selling access to them online, completely online, right? Not in person teaching, and none of that, really online. So a lot of people are getting to know about this industry, which means a lot of people have these skills, are wanting to start it. But the thing is, yes, it is, super good, highly profitable business model and everything like that, but to actually execute it properly, it's pretty hard. And what I mean by that is actually knowing how to set up an offer, how to be able to market it, how to set up the funnels correctly, how to be able to drive traffic to that offer. These things are very, very uncommon to know for most people out there who want to just start their own online course, online program, right? So because it's unknown, a lot of people, are thinking about the idea of doing it, but they don't actually execute on it because they don't know how to. And sure, there's a few people teaching people on how to actually start your coaching program or how to start your own online course and stuff like that. But for someone to actually come in and show you the whole process on how it works and consult you specifically in your case on how to do it, it's pretty low. And that's exactly what I am. I am the person, the info offer consultant. I consult people on how to actually do it and help them out with the whole process. Not just building out the marketing systems or just doing the website for them or just doing the offer. No, the whole process, which is why I'm valuable, which is why a lot of people want to work with me, right? Because I know how it works and I can get results as well on the back end of it, right? So that's the first thing, is that a lot of people are knowing about this model and then want to get into it. The second part of it, why my business model works specifically so well, and how I'm able to sign, clients every single week, is because yes, a lot of people who have skills are starting to know about this industry, but there are so much people out there in the world who have skills, right? Whatever skill it is, could be pretty much anything, could be a creative skill, business skill, whatever. There's a lot of people who have the skills, but I don't know they can make a bunch of money online with it. And because a lot of people obviously want to make more money, they want to make money online specifically, they don't want to get another job and the cost of inflation and everything like that, they're looking for an extra source of income. So when you're able to pitch to someone who has a skill that they can turn that skill that they're really familiar with, not starting a brand new business model, whatever, no, turning that skill that they know into something that they can make a bunch of money with, right? And there's people out there who would want to learn from them and then easily pay them a lot of money for them to do so. That kind of opportunity that you show them really just sparks a light in their brain, and they're like, okay, I really would want to get started because I want to make more money, obviously, like everybody does, and I already have the skills that could help someone out, right? So as an info offer consultant, your job is also to make that realize to those kind of people. I don't know if you want to know what I mean, but when you're going to show them the opportunity of transforming their skills into making a bunch of money, that's when they're going to realize that they want to get started on this. So like I said, as an info offer consultant, the reason it works so well and how I'm able to sign clients is because there's a lot of demand overall, right? There's a lot of people who know about this industry that want to get started. They're looking for someone to help. That's where I come in. And there's a lot of people who have the skills that don't know about this opportunity, but the second you show them, they want to get started, right? And that's how I've been able to sign a bunch of clients. And the reason that is there's a big misconception that when you're starting to help people out with courses and selling coaching programs, it has to be people who have, hundreds of thousands of followers, which, don't get me wrong, I do have clients who do kind of have that and it works very well and they already have the audience, which is the hardest, side of things covered, yes. But the real value and the real secret in this business model to making it work is working with people who don't have an audience. And the reason it's so powerful that when I reach out to you and you only have like 2,000 followers, the big switch is that I'm the first one to ever DM you about this opportunity. And not only that, I'm probably the first one to ever DM you about anything, right? If you have only a few thousand followers, you have a bit less as well, the chances of people actually DMing you to pitch you things is very, very low. Or maybe it's like just a few and it's going to be about like content or something spammy, right? But a genuine account that is reaching out to help them, for them specifically, to launch a coaching program or make money with the skill they have, you're going to be the first one, which pretty much is the complete game changer in this and why I'm able to make so much money and, sign all these clients, because there's no competition. I'm reaching out to an account that has never been outreached before, right? And this is going to be the difference, because you guys are reaching out to people who have millions of followers, or you're going to be reaching out to a local business who has, 10 to 15 messages a day about running ads for them or doing a whole bunch of stuff, right? Digital marketing and stuff like that. There's so much competition in that niche, in that realm. So this is the new wave of helping people who are skilled sell online courses, sell online programs, right? And the second you reach out to them, obviously you have to, I've talked about this in the video as well, you have to have certain things optimized. I mean, yes, you're reaching out to them, but make sure your Instagram is optimized, make sure you know what you're doing, make sure you also have the skills behind it. So you have to learn it, you have to have a base before that. But the second you do and you're able to present it to them in a way where, look, this is the skill, this is how you can turn it into one of these online coaches and programs, this is other people I've helped, or this is other people in your niche doing it and making a bunch of money. Once you show them that clearly, they're gonna want to sign with you, because again, they want the money. And let's say I took for example, a photographer, sure, so they're gonna make what? Like a good photographer, 100K a year, but maybe an average photographer, maybe 40, 50K a year. Once you tell them, hey, I can double your salary if you simply just coach others online, of course they're going to be, interested. And that's what you have to show. That's the job that you have as an info offer consultant, to show them that opportunity. So that's the opportunity as a whole. Now, I know I'm not the only one, preaching this business model or doing this business model. There's a bunch of other people doing it. You may have heard about growth operating, which was something that was very popular about, 2 years ago. It still is kind of popular. It's basically where you partner with people who have, creators, if you want to call them, have hundreds of thousands of followers, and help them sell something to the audience, which again, it could work. I have clients who have hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm helping them sell their own course, own program. So it could work. But the problem with that is these people have been outreached so many times to you, right? And for them, it's like how you have to be the top 1% of people who do this and get results and like that. So it's going to be very, very hard, especially if it's your first client, right? So that's why starting as someone who's going to help someone else who has low followers is the best thing you could do, because for them, you don't need to be the best of the best. You're the first one to ever outreach them, so they don't have any people to compare you to. I don't know if you get what I mean. So that's why it's so powerful. So yeah, that's the first thing, which was growth operating. The second thing, which a lot of people talk about, because again, I'm not the only one doing this business model. There's another guy as well. His name is Sander, who teaches people how to do IPGA, which is an info product growth agency, which I'll be honest, it's quite similar to what I do. There's a bit differences on how it works and everything. Needs a bit more on the consulting side of things. So consulting them on how to do it and not just doing everything for them, which is the big difference as well. Because once you're consulting someone, it's way less work and way less stress on you. Because if you have to do a bunch of things for them, like build everything out for them and spend a lot of time with them, and they don't, put in any results, then your rev share that you're gonna want to ask for if you do everything for them is not gonna be worth it for you, right? So that's why I'm more of a consultant. I charge upfront. I charge high upfront, like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 upfront, and I help them with the whole process, right? Which I get my money, and I'm able to get other clients with that, and then just keep a stream of clients and consult them with the whole process. Not actually doing done for you services and spending a bunch of time, because it's not very, very scalable. And a lot of people, it's based on the action that the client's going to take. If I work with someone who has 2,000 followers and doing photography, and I show them exactly how to do the course, and I do it for them, I help them out with the website, the funnels, everything, and on their end, they don't do anything, they don't market it or anything like that, my rev share is going to be highly affected. So you don't want to have your income affected by the actions or the motivation of the client. That's you're just going to leave yourself not in a good place, right? So that's why I do the model that I do. So it is different to IPGA. Now again, if you do sign a client that has a lot of potential, that you see that's motivated, sure, do the rev share and do more of the things for them, like build out the photos and doing the content ideation if you want, doing more of that things. That's definitely possible. But again, that's the difference between what I do and then also growth operating, which is popular as well in IPGA, right? So that's a bit about, kind of the business model that I run and why it works so well and what I want you guys to be able to get into it, because I know where you guys were. You guys were in a position where you're trying to think guys out, maybe different kind of business models. And I was there as well. If you know about my story, I made a video about this. For 3 years, I tried over 6+ business models. They all failed. I didn't see any success with it. And the second I got into this, I started seeing the results that I deserved, basically, right? But of course, all the lessons that I learned through trying these different things helped me out with this business model. But I'm just saying, like, if you're at the start of your online business journey, you want to get started in this, get into this industry. It's the industry that makes the most amount of money. Everyone that you see online that's making these big amounts of money, driving these nice cars or whatever, living the life of freedom, it's because they all do this. This is the industry that gets the most amount of money for the most amount of people, right? So get into that. I'm not saying sell your own course because you probably don't have anything to sell, but try to find a way to be able to get into the industry and make money from it. Don't try to start whatever that they saying, because they're making their money obviously from the courses and from the mentorships that they sell, right? And to come back to me, I mean, this is exactly the business model that has allowed me to, like you saw in the title of the video, make anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 every single week. Has allowed me to work from wherever I want, etc., right? Which is most likely, I mean, the reasons you started online business. I mean, it's the same reasons I wanted to start it, to have that kind of freedom to be able to do what I want, etc., especially at a young age, and not have to work at a job and being able to do that. So if you're kind of resonating with this video, you're kind of understanding what I'm trying to say about this business model and the opportunity it has, you're kind of interested in getting started, like I said, I do have a free 25-minute video course, if you want to call it, on my YouTube that pretty much explains how to actually get started. So you can go check that out. You can see if it's for yourself, or directly, if you're just watching this video and you're actually ready to get started, you want to be able to get the help, you want to be able to do like me and sign these kind of clients every single week, just DM me on Instagram. Tell me you came from this video, that you're interested in getting my help one-to-one. I don't sell a course, anything like that. I just help guys one-to-one, just helping a few guys out and help them with their info offer consulting journey. So if that's you, again, just DM me on Instagram. I'll be able to reach out. We'll schedule a call, maybe see if we're a good fit, and I can show you exactly how I can help you out, get your first client, and also get to 10K a month, because a lot for you, that's the goal, right? So I'll be able to show you that. So again, if you're interested, you just want to check out how more the business model works, go check out my YouTube video. It's on my channel. You'll be able to find it. And if you just want to skip and get directly my help one-to-one, just DM me on Instagram.